screen here, notice how there is a little bit of debris on there, but there's not a lot of debris. So you're getting a little bit of weeds in there. How long has it been running? 3 weeks?
2.5.
Okay. So they've changed the design on this course screen a little bit, so it's not just the PVC, but you can see if it can fit through that, then it's going through the nozzle. And it really depends on the time of year. If it was me, I would check this once a month at first and just make sure that it's not getting plugged up. I have one in Provo Canyon that this actually got completely plugged up with leads, and there was zero pressure for anything. So it just depends on this. And then you can see inside of it. So the course screen's in there, and then this is the scanner shaft right here. So that's the shaft that goes up and down. So that's the stainless steel. And to get this out is very easy. All you gotta do, give it a couple pulls back, and it pops. And there's your course, or your fine screen. This one's color coordinated, just like what you had on your other screen.
Did you manually flush it before we opened it?
Yeah, we did actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's your fine, or your flushing chamber. See how it keeps all, because of these, there's the O-rings on them.
So this is the one you suggest is take out and power wash.
Power wash off. So what they do is they clean from the inside out. So if you look inside of this screen, oh, actually I can pull this down. There's your flushing chamber. So that's the impeller where you hear that vibration. Oh, he took off, huh?
No, he's right
Oh,
behind you.
you're here. Okay. So there's where your impeller moves, and that's where you get your vibration. It sends the water screaming through those.
Is that rubber?
This is a composite,
Okay.
is all it is. This piece right here is what we call our bearing. This is what actually centers everything. So on top of there, there's another little brass piece, and this is one of our wear points. We made it brass. It used to be plastic, but the plastic was wearing out way too often. So they went with the brass, and I haven't seen anybody replace them yet, but it is a wear point. So it's something to keep aware of. What will happen is if this wears out, then this will start to wobble. And if it wobbles, you don't get it clean. There's your O-ring on the top. This O-ring right here is what seals everything up so that you're getting clean water out. This is coming through your screen. So this debris is coming through the screen.
Through this screen. So that's actually going to our sprinklers.
It is, but it's fine material, so it's finer than the 300 micron on it. But this is where pressure washing it at the end of the season will help out. Another thing that happens with the screens is that they can get a little bit of hard water buildup. So when you're cleaning these off and pressure washing them, a lot of guys think you have to go inside out, but that's opposite. We actually want it to go outside in, because the nozzles are doing the exact same thing. They're just pushing the water through it. So it's designed to have the water go through it this way when it's cleaning. The scanner nozzles, I don't know if I can show you guys. Oh yeah, there we go. The scanner nozzles are right there on the top. You can see that they almost touch the screen on there as it rotates around. Those nozzles are not, they're oval shaped. They're actually not rounded. So they actually come in contact better. So that's, when this is all flushing, it rotates around, and that piston is allowing this shaft to go up slowly. So that's pretty much it on that one. I'm not sure why they had a zip tie there. I'm not liking that zip tie.
Eric put that on for us.
Yeah, I think it was a little extra that he put on. I'm gonna send that over to Oscar and say, what did you do when you put this together? Now, this is a really technical part when you put this back in. My competition likes to sell a $700 tool to put their filters, their screens in and out. If you guys have a 3/4 or a 1-inch piece of pipe, PVC pipe, that's all you need if it has a little bit of trouble coming in. So when we put it back in, what it tries to do is it catches the lip of the inlet and outlet. So what you do is you can actually just put a PVC pipe on this right here, you see how you got a little bit of movement? It'll push down a little bit if you get that pipe. Sometimes you don't need it. Fit it in right there. Perfect. And that's all you need.
How do you know when it's in far enough?
When you push up on it, it's right up against the seat here. So it's right up against that seat, that sill. You'll hear it kind of just pop when you push it in. It'll just kind of pop in there. And you know you've got it too if when you put this back in, that the seat is going to sill. Yeah. There's another rubber gasket here. So really your rare spots are the rubber gaskets in there and in that little brass piece. The front, if you want to take it off, we can. Yeah?
Sure.
You're saying no. You're like, come on, no.
No, go ahead if you want.
I can show you because
Whatever makes you
there's
happy, guys.
there's one thing with it. If it starts, so one thing that happens is this will leak out, and it will just continually leak. And I want to show you one of the sills. A little bit of debris can sit in there, and that's what causes it not to sill back up on that. It's not a diaphragm, it's just sills. So that's what you have to remember on these. We won't want to pull it off too far.
Like, I'm recording this. I want to know it all.
This device here, just so you know too, is an air relief valve. So when you start it up, were you guys around when we put water in it at all? This thing will get really loud because it's going to take all that air and just throw it out. And it will kind of hammer when it closes. When we turn it back on, we'll hear it. Come on, Eric, I can't believe it. We're losing sunlight.
So David, you guys want these left over?
Here, I'm going to take these.
Grab them. To Geneva.
The nice thing about this tubing too is these are all just hand tight.
Okay.
That's all they need to be. You don't have to wrench them all down.
Otherwise, I have to call somebody else.
So this is the flushing chamber. So that was that brass piece that I was talking about before. This is going to be dirty. This area here is going to collect dirt in it because that's where all the dirt's going to flush out. So right here, there's your piston. So this is the part that can wear out with it. And then right inside of there, I want to see if you can get a good picture of that, is a brass piece, and in that brass piece there's a sill. That's, when I come back, that's what sills this from closes off. When I push this back up, there's another sill that sills it on the upward stroke. So there's two sills in there. So if it ever starts to leak out of there a little bit, and you can hear how tight of a sill that is.
Like if we hear water running down the
Yes, and it's not flushing and it's just kind of trickling out, that's what it's caused. And there's something in there. So what you do is you actually just take these bolts off, slide that chamber out, and you can repair those. You can just buy just the brass piece with the gasket on it. But that's the only thing that else you got in there. They're really basic when you think about it, of what they're doing. As long as you understand the concept is it has to have that pressure. If it doesn't have the pressure, it's not going to clean. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Good, you did a good job.
Thank you. Thank you for honestly taking all the time you guys put into this to get it going the right way now.